I'm Esther.
And I'm Susie. And this is Limited Time Only.
Brief, a pick-me-up in shorter podcast form.
We're back for a brief chat, and this time we really are going to keep it brief, Esther. It's going to be 10 minutes.
We'll see.
10 minutes starting from when we start talking about the thing. I know we could probably add an extra half an hour talking about not the thing, but I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to say what the thing is, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay? This suggestion has been made by @Thermal Satsuma, who I hope you all know by now is Neil Hopkins, who is our marvellous, marvellous patron and full-time listener of the show. That's all he does. He doesn't. He does a lot of things, and one of which is suggesting fantastic topics for us. Right, I'm pressing start now. 10 seconds. 10 minutes on the topic of kittens.
Oh my God, Suze. Well, as you know, followers of us on Instagram will know, Emma Freud very kindly several times offered me and my son and my family a beautiful kitten, and we picked him in inverted commas up on Good Friday, and he was glorious. And then yesterday we took him to the vets and found out that he is a she. So she is Pablo. Hello, lovely LTO listener. As far as you're aware, Emma Freud gave me one of the kittens that she showed us, but we had a slight complication with that. So what Emma did, mind-blowingly, is actually physically bought my son a kitten from a lady close to us in this area, which is an incredibly kind thing to do, and I hope going forward this story makes a lot of sense. Enjoy. She is Pablo.
Didn't they know she was a she at the place where you picked her up from?
No, they sold her as a boy. But when we went to look at her on Good Friday, her older daughter was there, who wasn't there last time, and we knew which one we were having because Pablo's got a really white leg. The back leg's really white. She's so pretty, and we knew it was that one. And then the mum was a bit scatty, that like as in the owner, not the mum of the cat.
Yeah.
And her daughter went, "Mum, that's a girl." And she said, "It's not a girl, you're wrong." And she went, "No, Mum, you don't know what you're talking about." So, but I didn't think about it. Just didn't think about it. And then got her home. And then she's just, I can't tell you how much I love her. But
if you've seen the pictures, guys, she is just adorable. So, how big is she?
She is I can tell you what she is in weight. She's just under 2 pounds. I mean, that's like, so she's like,
oh wow,
0.6 kilograms. She is.
Oh my gosh.
She is wee. She looks, I always think it's weird because on photographs she looks so much bigger than she is. And my dad came over on Easter Sunday and he went, "Oh my God, I wasn't expecting him to be that small. He looks so much bigger." And I think that with kitten photos. But yeah, James and I went to the vets yesterday morning to go and get her vaccinated. And the vet, I went, "This is Pablo." And he went, "Is it a little boy?" And I went, "Yes." And then he turned up and he went, "No, it's not." And I went,
And
are you sure?
Are you sure? Mr. Veterinarian.
Yes. He said it's quite common actually. He said it's quite hard to tell and to be bang on. He said it does happen quite frequently, but we just love her. And I am now questioning my entire life because I have always been, I'm a dog person through and through. I was raised around dogs. I'd be like, "Oh, cats are a bit temperamental and cats are a bit this and cats are a bit that." I didn't know what I was talking about. I have spent 5 days with this little girl and I understand her. I feel like we have similar personalities. I'm either go, curious, or asleep and like purring. And I'm now like, well, if I was not wrong about cats, I always liked them, but I didn't understand the true value of them. What else am I wrong about, Susie? Don't answer that.
Well, it's very interesting you say that. Yeah, I mean, it just is proof that it doesn't matter how old you are. People can change. And I was similarly changed by our cat, Button. The next door neighbour calls him Buttons persistently, even when I say Button straight after. It's quite irritating. He's not in a pantomime.
Passive aggressively. Yeah.
I was very much not an animal person. Partly because I'm very allergic, but partly because I just didn't care. Like, I just wasn't interested. And that does come from allergy and from a sort of wariness of I can't actually touch this animal because I will then touch my eyes and they'll blow up, or I'll have some sort of horrible asthma attack. But since we got Button, I'm obsessed with all animals. And I also like having baths, but that's not connected. I never used to like having baths. And then in the last year, I've become obsessed with baths, or baths, however you like to say it. I love a bath.
I say baths. Yeah, me too.
What else do I like that I didn't like before? I mean, I think really it's just testament to the fact that we can actually like everything. You don't have, somehow there seems to be this divide that was created by who the hell knows, that you have to be a cat person or a dog person. I don't adhere to that. I think that's absolutely mad. Can't you just be a cat and a dog person? Or can't you just be a person who likes both?
Yes, well, and also that sort of putting yourself into a bracket with everything. I know we talked about politics in the last one. I'm left, or I'm right, or I'm this, or I'm that. I'm a cat person, I'm a dog person. And don't get me wrong, I did like cats, and I would always fuss them. I just, had the odd incident where I'd been scratched a whole cat, where the cat turns on you, and I thought, oh, I don't trust you lot. But last Christmas I went away with my friends. We go away every year, and we went to Bath, and we stayed in this house, and it was when those storms were happening around the Bristol Bath area, and in the night I could hear this cat crying in the garden. And
it wasn't a fox?
It was quite a tall house, and I was on the top floor. No, it was definitely a cat.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely a cat. It was a cat it sounded like it was a cat fight, but it wasn't, because our phones kept going off with the safety alarm, like stay in your house, don't leave your house. But the house was really quite dodgy. We couldn't get out the back, and we actually got locked in at the front at one point, and I was trying to get out of a window, and a man... Anyway, massive diversion.
Sounds like a good story.
But I heard the cat was crying in the garden. It was about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got up and I was trying to work out how to get out the back of the house to rescue this cat. So I've always cared about them, and I would never harm one, and I love all animals.
Of course you wouldn't harm one.
I just didn't. No. But I'm thinking about the woman who put one in a bin. I remember that years ago. But I just now have a new appreciation for them that I didn't understand, and she's so glorious, and she gets on my lap, and she curls up, and she purrs, and she meows, and she comes up to me, and she gives me a little kiss on my lips.
Yeah.
And then James, she's sleeping on James's neck every night, and then snuggling up right next to him. So she's sleeping on his pillow. They're literally getting under the duvet and sleeping, and she sleeps the whole night next to him.
Adorable. That is adorable.
It's so precious.
I mean, actually, I have to say, Button is less... I don't know. He's less bothered. He will come and have a little cuddle, and he has tucked himself into Beatrice's bed sometimes. I don't know how. Duvet's been back.
Yes.
He come back in. He's got his head on his pillow. The duvet's... I don't know how he's done it. It's like he develops hands, and then retractable hands.
I was going to say retractable, opposable thumbs that just pop out.
It wouldn't surprise me.
He can't do anything.
It would not surprise me. I think he's some kind of, I don't know, spy for the cat world. But he's less bothered. But I love him, and I do, give him a little kiss on the head, and he'll come and put his nose on my nose. But it's mainly because he wants food. The thing with kittens, what I will say about kittens, is they don't stay kittens for long, and they become big cats.
No.
So the kittens are super adorable cute, and cats are cute, but nothing is as cute as a kitten, is it?
Oh my God, kittens and puppies, just
Kittens
gorgeous.
And puppies.
Oh. And Pablo is half ragdoll as well, so ragdolls are very affectionate, and so that will play into her. They're naturally very affectionate, like Emma said to me, the most human of cats, and so she's staying Pablo because I think that sounds like a cool girl name, those sort of girls like Billy or whatever. So she's like a cool parkour girl,
like me. I'm Percy now, aren't I?
Yes, you are Percy.
Yeah, parkour Pablo.
Pablo.
Well, Button, I don't know. Button's not quite so cool. It's a bit more of a standard.
Oh no, I like Button.
Name.
I think Button's really cute. And then we've given her the middle name. We've given her a middle name, and my son really wants to go to Japan. And so, because she's bright orange, we've called her Teo, which is Japanese for sun. So she's Pablo Teo, which means little sun.
Oh my God, this is a great
Pablo
name.
Stanford. Yeah.
I think you need to get a tattoo.
Never done. Oh, I know. Well, we talked about this last time, didn't we?
We're getting lots of tattoos.
I just get nervous that I can't take them off, and it makes me feel a bit claustrophobic. But
yeah, but you could get a little sun.
Yeah,
you could get a little actual sun rising over the horizon. We've got only limited time only left. So if you were any animal, what would you be?
Hummingbird.
Oh my God, that was quick.
Yeah, it's because I have these conversations with my family a lot. Although, actually, when I do the Hogwarts thing, I come up as a cat, which does make sense because I like to be in and I like to be out. And I'm like, touch me, don't touch me.
In, out, shake it all.
What would you be, Suze?
I would be a tiger.
Yes, that's a good call.
Always fancied being I love a big cat. Wouldn't have one as a pet for obvious reasons. But I just think they're the most beautiful creatures, and I'd love to be a tiger for the day.
Yes. You'd be a very good tiger. I don't think hummingbird's a good choice. I just like the fact they're very colourful and sort of on the go, buzzy. But probably personality wise, I might be more cat than anything. A cat that can come and go as it pleases, but also likes to snuggle on the sofa and by the fire.
Yeah,
and is curious.
Yeah, I think I've just thought probably about what animal I like rather than what suit me personally. I'd probably be a meerkat in actual reality, or that tortoise from the Creature Comforts advert. Because every time I look at myself when we're recording, I've basically got an Aardman mouth.
You've got a glorious mouth, and you wouldn't
look at that.
You wouldn't be a tortoise because You've got too much energy.
No, I wouldn't be a
tortoise.
tortoise. I wouldn't be a tortoise, but I could be a meerkat.
Yeah, you. You'd be
it's
a glorious meerkat.
Everything's fine. Then I'm like, what the hell? What the hell's over there? What's that?
That's hypervigilance.
What's this? What's this? Oh, is it?
You've started talking about getting a dog as well, haven't you?
Yes. Well, we'll return to that when we get one, but there is a distinct possibility there'll be a dog at some point. I think what I'm doing now is sort of living my life based on what might be good to chat about on the podcast. So expect tattoos, relocations, severe facial surgery.
Reconstruction.
No, I won't do that. After the bungee jump.
Do you know what I saw the other day? I saw like a little GIF meme type thing, which was a load of dogs and cats walking along, and it said, when a woman reaches a certain stage of life, and it said many paws underneath. All these dogs and cats walking along. And I thought, yeah, I think I'm at that stage.
Yeah, that'll be me. A horde of dogs and Button just leading the way.
Yeah, strutting along like a sergeant major with a baton.
Yeah, Button's baton. I think that's got to be it, Esther. That has been just over 10 minutes. We've done better than last week when we went to 17. And we've established you're a hummingbird, I'm a tiger. Probably shouldn't be in the same room. But that's all right, 'cause we never usually are. And I'm going to get a dog.
Yes, fabulous.
And also, just to say, thank you to Neil for that suggestion. And we've had a few more. But if you want to make a suggestion for the next limited time only brief, you've got to sign up to limited time only community. LTO community. It's so easy. It's in the link in the show notes, literally underneath this podcast that you've been listening to. There is a little bit that says sign up here in capital letters. It's so simple. You just press that, you put your email address in, and then bam, you're part of the team. And then you can suggest a topic which we will discuss. It's free. And look, we're sending you a newsletter which is infrequent and of manageable length. I mean, I don't know what could be more appealing. And it's lots of bright colours and funny stuff. And also there's going to be big news and, tour information, all sorts of things coming up. Tour, I've said it now.
Sounded very sexy.
Do sign up. I know, thank you. It's my tiger. Tour. That's how I'd sound if I was a tiger. Yeah, so just sign up, and if that's not there, go on to Instagram and it's the link in the bio, and it would be so good to have you and be part of the team fully. LTO community. And that's it for LTO Brief for another week. Thank you very much, Esther.
Thank you very much, Susan. Ta-ra a bit.
Ta-ra a bit.
You have been listening to Limited Time Only Brief. small but perfectly formed, just like me.